All right, we are up and running. Very excited to get this kind of started. We'll wait a little bit for more people to join in, but really excited. Thank you to everybody already for joining us. Really excited, like I said, to get this new webcast rolling for CareLinx, and really ready to get your guys' feedback and positivity in here as well. So like I said, we'll wait a few minutes to get started. Make sure everybody gets in here. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Friday. Thank God it's Friday. So just really excited for the weekend. All right. Cool. All right. Hope everybody's experiencing some nice holiday spirit. It's a little cold out here in the Bay Area right now. Looking outside my window, it's a little foggy, but hope everybody's in the holiday spirit. I know it's almost that time. Holidays are coming up, presents, family. So yeah, hope everybody's gonna have a really great holiday coming up really soon. Really exciting. Just a really fun time. Just fun time in December. Really fun. All right, I know it's 12:30, but let's give it a bit more time for everybody to get in. For those who have just joined us, thank you again for joining. Really excited to get started, to share everything that's going on the CareLinx side. Special shout out and thanks to Chad Miller as well, who's going to be joining us momentarily. Yeah, really excited to get his insight, get things started, get the whole CareLinx picture in here. I'll be looking at you through here as well as here. I have two monitors in front of me. So really excited. Awesome. Some of you may be wondering, if about the logo and the jacket. Really excited. Ordered this CareLinx merch online. Came in a couple days ago. It's really awesome. Really get to showcase the brand. So it's really great, comfortable. You got the logo on there and everything. So it's really great. But yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get started, everyone. So awesome. So I first and foremost want to thank everybody that is joining us today. We are excited and thrilled to be launching this new web series, Connex with CareLinx, where we're going to go in depth about everything going on with CareLinx, the culture, what we're currently working on, the amazing partnerships we have, and what we're really doing to make an impact in healthcare today, especially home care, medical staffing, and things of that nature. Really, really just excited, like I said before, to welcome a really great mentor, friend of mine, colleague, Chad Miller, who's Vice President of Operations and Strategic Partnerships here at CareLinx. And for those of you who are joining us who may not know CareLinx and our background is we deliver a new high standard really with the home care industry and medical staffing industry. With the help of our tech-enabled solutions, we really try to improve higher quality of life for our caregivers as well as our families who are in need of care. We really want to deliver that true peace of mind for all families and all caregivers to ensure that they are all taken care of. With our network of about 400K certified pre-vetted caregivers, it is just amazing to get to work with amazing people on a daily basis, and really excited there. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce colleague of mine, Vice President of Operations and Strategic Partnerships, Chad Miller. Bring him up on the screen right here. There he is.
Hey guys.
Hey Chad, how's it going?
Good, good. I'm glad I could join today. I appreciate everyone's time, and Jack, thanks for having me. I'm really glad to be here.
Awesome. Thanks so much again for taking the time being here. I love the shirt you're wearing right now, the swag. We already got some comments here about it.
I know. Well, no, I'm thankful that you ordered these. Thank you. I'm sure we'll probably get a lot of comments from the team members as well. Maybe even from our CEO, Sherwin Sheik. He might want one of these. But no, thank you. Like I said, I'm just grateful and honored to be here today. I look forward to obviously kind of sharing a little bit about our mission, who we are here at CareLinx, and just a little bit about, exactly what we do. So I'm just excited to be here today. Thanks, Jack.
Yeah, awesome. Well, how's it going over where you are in Indiana? How's everything? The weather, just the whole holiday spirit. How's everything going?
It's great. It's great. I mean, obviously, it's been a tough year. It's been a really tough year for everyone. Everyone's experiencing obviously through COVID. But, obviously in light of COVID, one of the things that I've been blessed and honored with obviously is being able to work for a great organization and being a part of the CareLinx family, to be able to obviously serve the ones that are in need right now. And plus our caregivers, are doing an amazing job during this difficult time and serving loved ones and people who are in need, but also, themselves. And this is their passion. This is what they love to do. And, during this difficult time, they're doing an amazing job. So, just thankful for that. And also just, thankful for my family too, and the health right now. We're all good and everything's been good, but also I'm just, thinking about the ones right now too, that are kind of going through some of these, through the pandemic and obviously experienced COVID, definitely been thinking of them. And, yeah. So, but other than that, as far as myself, been great. I mean, like I said, there's been trying times this year, but at the same time too, I'm also thankful to be able to spend time with my family more here at home. So it's been a good thing.
No, Chad, that's awesome. And I love how you kind of brought up too, like everything is kind of crazy right now with things happening. And so I know we're going to get into it too later on with what CareLinx and what we're doing there, but it's really great. Your family's doing great. Our caregivers have the right protocols and things like that in their favor, that everything's going good. So it's really exciting, really to hear and kind of have that get going. But Chad, thanks again, for joining the cast, and really, excited to really dive into it and kind of really kind of get into kind of the nitty gritty of what we're really doing. But, from those of you who may not know kind of your role and what you do on a daily basis, do you want to kind of describe for our viewers what your role represents and kind of what you do with the company?
Absolutely. So I'll give a little background about myself. I've been in healthcare for over 14 years. Really why I got into healthcare is I played college basketball. And during that time, I got to, work at a nursing home. And actually, during that time, I just volunteered and, played bingo with the seniors, signed autographs, did stuff for their grandkids. And, during that time, I really grew fond of the senior population. And, it got me into the industry. So right when I graduated college, I went into pharmaceutical sales right away in the healthcare space. And then I quickly noticed like my heart was for seniors and I wanted to get into more of the senior space. And so literally 13 years ago, I went into the post-acute care world, started working for skilled nursing facilities, and I've been very blessed to be able to serve seniors throughout my entire career. And 5 years ago, I started my own consulting firm where I went around to health systems, nursing home companies, worked with CareLinx during that time. And I got to see exactly what was going on within the healthcare ecosystem and obviously what we could do to make it better. And about a year ago, I was fortunate enough, Sherwin Sheik, I actually, my consulting firm, he approached me and said, hey, I got an opportunity for a VP of operations to come on board. And, the timing was perfect. I loved CareLinx's mission. I loved what Sherwin Sheik built 9 years ago to be able to have technology integrated with non-medical home care services and to build a network of 400,000 tech-enabled care providers and caregivers. I knew that was the future of healthcare. So I knew it was the perfect time for me. It's the perfect time for CareLinx. And so I was just excited to be able to come on board, to be able to fulfill, obviously, the future of where healthcare delivery services is going. And so, but since I've been here, pretty much my main role is to be able to run our entire operations division of CareLinx, which we have a back-end call center, which is phenomenal. Our care advisors, our care navigators, they just do such a good job by handling questions for families, handling questions from our caregivers coming in, but also just when families reach out to us, our biggest goal is to find care for them, right? And to be able to help them in the need that they're in. And so, I'm thankful to be able to run that entire operation, but also have the help of, Marika, the Senior Director of Operations, and, obviously Alicia and the team. And so I'm just thankful to have a very good supporting cast around me to be able to lead it on a daily basis. And then another big piece of my job, which I absolutely love, is the partnership side. I love building partnerships with health systems, payers, and also just anyone who's actually needing tech-enabled providers to be able to go into the home, because right now, especially with COVID and everything that's happening at the current moment, people are in need of care. And, for us to be able to be a solution for that, I'm very blessed and honored to be able to provide a solution for them. So, I love my role. I love it here at CareLinx. It's been so phenomenal from the leadership support of Sherwin and the team and just his vision for where the company is, but where also he wants the company to go. And so I'm just a piece of that pie, as part of the team. And so I'm thankful, to be a piece of it, but also to be able to, work with such amazing people here, including you too, Jack. So I'm happy you're a part of it.
Yeah, thanks, Chad. I appreciate it. And you brought really a great point too, especially from my perspective, as well, like you said, having a background with senior care and things like that. I know in my experience as well, I had experience, with some of my grandparents and really kind of hit home. And you really brought up a good point. Sherwin Sheik, our CEO, does a tremendous job with having all of our employees come together, have like that family aspect and really make a difference and really strive for the greater good. And, I just love that about, CareLinx and what we really are trying to do and really just trying to achieve. And like you said, Sherwin has done an amazing job from getting 400K caregivers now on our network and having that sense of family feel. It's been amazing. Like you said, Chad, working with amazing people like yourself, it's been a fun time.
Yes,
But yeah, and you touched on some things as well too, with CareLinx and what's been going on, but do you mind getting maybe into the more specifics of what CareLinx is doing in the healthcare industry and what it's really doing to combat healthcare really itself to make that big difference?
Yeah, absolutely. So, kind of what's evolving in the healthcare marketplace. I mean, I've been seeing this for the past 14 years is care is shifting to the home. And rightfully so. I mean, most of us want to be able to receive care where we live. Obviously, here I'm at my house right now, and to be able to receive care for where I live at the appropriate time, at exactly when I need it, is where the healthcare delivery system is going. And so, I was really excited, like I said a year ago, to join the CareLinx family to be able to continue to create this environment where we can shift care to home, but also, utilize all of our digital capabilities here at CareLinx. So, one of the cool things here at CareLinx, like we mentioned earlier, we have 400,000 tech-enabled care providers that can be deployed on demand. And so those are, community health workers, CNAs, RNs, LVNs, NPs, that obviously we can serve as non-medical home care services with inside the home. So that could be bathing, grooming, dressing, transportation services, even in light due to COVID right now, doing transports to the hospital or to medical appointments, or even going out getting groceries, right? Grocery delivery right now. So being able to tailor those services to what the family's needs are is very vital. But also the really cool thing about CareLinx is we have this tech-enabled provider pool, but then we also, like on the back end, like I said, have the technology in hand of these caregivers at all times. So when they go out into a family's home, there are certain tasks that need to be done while in that family's home, right? So they actually get shown a list of tasks. And based on those listed tasks, they can go through and obviously mark exactly what they've done inside the homes for that particular family. And so that's been really unique, because now we can obviously use that data to be able to see exactly what's going on in that patient or member's home. And so, that's kind of, how CareLinx started, was more of a B2C platform. And so that's how we kind of evolved, how we started. But how we've evolved has been really cool to see. So we've taken those caregivers that are on platform. We've been able to do the B2C side and obviously have our caregivers go out to fulfill the needs of our B2C clients. And obviously through our relationship with AARP, we've been able to maximize, how many clients we've been able to go out and actually, provide care services for. But now even, we shifted about 5 years ago to being able to go after more of the B2B side of the business. So we've went after health partnerships, health payers, health providers. So we've partnered with, Trinity Health System, Providence Health System, United Healthcare, Aetna, on a lot of different programs on how can we deliver these services of non-medical support services inside the home. So a lot of the programs we've launched has been through like care management, transitional care programs, looking at how do we reduce 30-day readmissions on deploying non-medical services inside the home to be able to complete certain tasks for that particular care plan. And so it's been really neat to kind of see where we started and now where we've evolved to. But also now, the other key thing that we launched back in February of this year was our medical on-demand staffing. So what we started seeing from our partnerships from the health system side is they were in need of medical clinical providers to be able to come in, especially through COVID, where a lot of the shifts weren't being fulfilled because, they had a nurse that was out sick. And so we looked at our current platform of the RNs, LVNs, and CNAs we had on platform, and we started deploying them into skilled nursing homes. Since that time, we have grown exponentially on that side of the business, where we're partnering with skilled nursing facilities across the country on providing on-demand clinical staff that's needed to be able to work around the clock for them, to fulfill shifts. So it's been really neat to be able to see kind of how CareLinx has evolved over the last 9 years. But the really neat thing about the future is how do we utilize and leverage our 400,000 tech-enabled, medical professionals as well as caregivers on our platform to be able to do on-demand at any time for healthcare. And so that is kind of our mission here is, to be able to partner with organizations who are actually looking at providing care in the home, either non-medically or even, in the future, hopefully some clinical aspects as well in the home. So that's kind of a little bit of the CareLinx for the last 9 years of kind of how we've evolved and where we started.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you say like with evolving, it's kind of going up and up and up, where we're really kind of improving and getting in certain ways, especially now during a pandemic, especially with healthcare professionals and caregivers really adapting, especially on the CareLinx side too, as well, ensuring that they have the protection they need to provide the same high quality care and really doing an amazing work. I know I've discussed with some caregivers as well, like making sure that our clients and our families are really have that home feel, and it's just really, protective and making sure that like I said, the high quality care is still there. But Chad, you brought up a good point too, because we live in an age now with a pandemic, everything virtual too as well. So do you want to kind of touch base too as well as what CareLinx has done to really adapt with COVID-19 and making sure that we're still meeting our standards and we're still meeting our goals and making sure we're still helping like I said, our caregivers and our families?
Yeah, no, great question, Jack. And back in March, obviously when the pandemic happened and started, our team was very adaptable to this. And so, we obviously, all of our executive team and all of our team jumped on a call and we said, how can we best serve, these families as well as these caregivers that are obviously in need right now of services. And so, one of the first things we did is obviously we looked at our current ecosystem of caregivers, and we started putting together some PPE packaging that we could send out to the families. And that was the number one thing, because we wanted to make sure they provided some packaging and obviously had caregivers equipped with the right PPE supplies while they're inside the home. So that was one of the things, obviously, that from a company standpoint, we were very proud of, just because, we kind of jumped on it pretty quickly, found a supplier to be able to provide those, but also for the families to know that, when those caregivers were coming into the home, they were going to have protection as well.
No, Chad, that's awesome. And, even from the CareLinx side too, as well, and kind of what we're doing, we're also all human. Like, we're all, working our tails off too as well. And Chad, I know you're a dad, and, you got your family at home, you have your wife and kids. How have you adapted to this, working virtually now, and just, making sure everything's kind of taken care of? Because I know, personally, I don't have kids, but hopefully one day I'll get there. And I know that's especially during a pandemic, it's probably been pretty challenging.
Yeah, absolutely. And it has, it's been a challenge. I'll say the really cool thing about CareLinx, since we've been a technology company and we're still a healthcare company as well, for us to be able to adapt virtually was pretty seamless, I'll be honest. But I'll definitely give credit to all the team members on the team, through the call center staff and through the operations, the customer service team, customer success team. Everyone has been very adaptable on working remote. And, it's definitely been a change for all of us, because I love to go meet people in person. Like, that's my thing. I love going to health systems. I love going to payers, being able to solve problems for them, figure out exactly what solutions CareLinx can provide based on our care platform, to be able to deliver these service offerings to their members or to their patients. But, now we've had to obviously do a lot of these types of meetings, right? Where we're doing Skype programs, or if we're doing Google Meets or something like that, to be able to deliver our message. So, I think for me, it's been a challenge, but at the same time too, the good thing is with our CareLinx model, it's definitely enhanced, our opportunity to be able to sell our model out there into the market. And so that's been really cool to see, because, in the recent months, we've been able to lock up some pretty big contracts with some large health plans, as well as some providers. And a lot of that reason is because I think a lot of people are seeing that we need to shift healthcare delivery services into the home. And right now is a time where, the most vulnerable and the at risk are the seniors. And so for us to be able to provide these services to the seniors while at home has been very vital at this appropriate time. So, from the CareLinx side, we adapted pretty quickly, and I'll definitely give credit to the 9 years that Sherwin has built this organization to where it is today, because I feel like now we're, on cutting edge of exactly where healthcare delivery is going. And I feel like we're positioned very well for not only now, but into the future.
No, absolutely, Chad. And, hopefully we can get back to that time and that place where, I know we haven't met physically yet, but I know once we get to that point, maybe we'll share some cocktails, or maybe go to, a Pacer or a Bulls game, man. But, cause that's the thing. So hopefully, we can get back there. And I know we're at that stage and getting there, but, I love touch base too. With Sherwin, because Sherwin, I think, has done a fantastic job, like you said, with the adaptability and making sure we all have what we need, and the team, really as well. But like I said, once we get back to that point where we could finally, can't wait to share, a cocktail, or maybe go to a basketball game, Chad.
Absolutely. I'm excited about that too. I can't wait.
Oh man, absolutely. But yeah, it's really kind of great to hear. And I know you touched base as well as about certain types of partnerships as well with CareLinx, kind of what's been going on there. Can you maybe go a little bit into depth about maybe some partnerships here and there, and, who we're working with and how we're really making a difference with them and a lot of our clients as well?
Absolutely. No, it's another good question. And I'm really proud of our team and what they've been able to do to be able to establish these relationships and partnerships, as well as I'm really proud of our caregivers, the caregivers on platform who are obviously serving these customers. But yeah, I can go into a couple of our programs and kind of what we offer. And, so for the health system side, what we've seen a huge increase in is obviously health systems looking at reduction of readmissions or looking at a post discharge program to be able to look at those high risk patients coming out of the health system. And so what we've been able to do is actually put together specific program offerings for them. So it depends on exactly the disease state that they're looking for. So the health system might say, hey, we have a huge issue of CHF patients who have a high readmission out of our health system. How can you guys help us achieve, reducing those readmission rates by some non-medical home care services? So what we've been able to do is actually put together specific CHF protocols with the health system. And so what happens is we have a population health management dashboard that our provider is actually seeing on a daily basis. So their care management team can see a population of patients at a glance, real time, exactly what's going on inside the home when the caregiver's there. So say if, the CHF program, there could be a daily weight function, right? So our caregivers could go in and weigh the patient and see exactly what the weight is of the patient. And if the patient has actually gained more of a certain threshold of, 5 pounds or whatever the criteria is on that health system, it actually triggers an alert back to the health system to let them know, like, hey, this patient could be at high risk based on alert capability and alert function that you guys set forth within the care management system. So, it's been really on our side kind of neat to be able to see how do we help those most vulnerable patients with non-medical home care services inside the home, with our caregivers being there to be the eyes, ears, and arms of that health system. So we literally are an extension. We're an extension to the health system at a lower cost resource. So we've been able to really sell that, to the health systems. And plus we're helping out the health systems right now in a vulnerable time where these high risk senior population, even through COVID, right, are getting COVID and they're needing care. So, we're able to be an extension of their team during this time and provide the necessary resources and the care that's needed. And so that's what I've been really excited about, and obviously looking at the data, we've been able to do a lot of really cool things for health systems and being able to reduce costs as well as reduce readmission. So that's on the health system side. On the payer side, what's been really unique is, we can set up those care management programs as well for the payers and their members. And so, we've done Alzheimer's dementia programs, we've done CHF programs, we've done longitudinal care management, like I said, but we also see now with a lot of the CMS regulations that have happened, supplemental benefits. And so right now we're being able to look at a population of members within a supplemental benefit plan and be able to offer a finite number of hours for those members and to be able to deliver care and services for them, but also to kind of look at trends that are happening inside the home. So what this really does is provide data back to the health plans on exactly the risk stratification of their members. And so we've been able to kind of look at some of the trends that are happening inside the home, but also put interventions in place so those members don't have a readmission occurrence or actually have a health event down the road based on some non-medical services. So it's been really, really neat to see some of these service offerings we've been able to deliver to the providers as well as the payers. And, some of those larger providers we're obviously seeing, like I said, and the payers, some great success from these programs.
No, that's awesome. Because we're going through an age right now where everything is literally technology, like with trends, data, and things like that. Like you probably people, probably know what's going on my phone right now, like what I'm searching and everything. And so, and kind of having that too. And I think like that's like really the future and kind of where we're trending towards. So, being like CareLinx being able to kind of adapt to that and not only adapt, but just further improve along the way. So we're set up for success in the future. That's awesome. And I know definitely too with families, and especially now during the holiday season where families, sometimes may see some sudden changes, like you said, dealing with Alzheimer's, dementia, physical appearance, if something like that. So it's really important to kind of make an emphasis there because, it could happen to any one of us in a family, kind of things like that, So that's just really awesome to hear and really just kind of to get going, but no, like But Chad, the last thing I really wanted to touch base on too is, with CareLinx doing amazing things, what in your mind really sets us apart? What makes CareLinx really want to partner, really want to work with us and kind of our model? What makes us stand out really with our clients?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's been the 9 years of being a trusted partner over the 9 years. I mean, Sherwin Sheik has done an amazing job by developing this really cool company, as well as an amazing platform and developing a high trusted network of professionals that can service high risk members and high risk patients in the home. So, I think we've been able to prove that based on a lot of different programs we've been able to launch throughout the years. And so I'm just, like I said, I'm very honored to be here and blessed to be here and be part of an amazing organization and be part of a great, leadership team who's always striving to be about the people. And, the really cool thing here at CareLinx is we've been able to deliver, care, and obviously being able to give caregivers a higher wage in the marketplace, which is unheard of. And, be able to deliver that savings though back to the families as well, because we're not a traditional agency. So, I think that's kind of, definitely a shining star within the CareLinx model is, we definitely care. We care and we want to be about the people, not only, the external people that we serve, but also our internal people as well and our employees. That's a big piece of who we are. And we want to be able to create that culture, externally and internally. So, that's a big piece of it. And the other thing too that's happened this year, which I'm really proud of, is, we looked at what was going on with COVID, and we obviously are owned by Generali, a large Fortune 50 company. And, one of the things we saw was the need of providing these respite relief services to veteran families. And so we launched a really big initiative this year, with obviously offering service hours to veterans and their families through the Elizabeth Dole Foundation and Wounded Warriors. And so I'm really proud of that, because we've been able to look at, obviously veterans who have served our country and their families. How do we provide them respite relief during these difficult times right now with COVID? And, I'm grateful and honored to be a part of this, $1 million+ initiative that we've been able to service these veterans and their families. So that's another thing that I'm really proud of as well from the CareLinx side.
Yeah, that's awesome. Especially, to your point, helping our nation's military and veterans, that's really huge. And especially, during this time where, there's more added obstacles, and that's just a big point that I love how, CareLinx and our partners at the Elizabeth Dole Foundation have really made a big difference there, really providing that great care. Because, sometimes those hidden heroes are forgotten. You want to make sure that they're in that light and they get that great support that we need. So yeah, it's awesome that we get to, provide that amazing work. But I know, Chad, too, we're a little pressed for time, but we do have time for one question if you're up for it.
Okay. Good.
So one of the questions we got was, so Chad, for you, for COVID-19, when COVID-19 is officially over, it's done, hopefully everything gets back on track. What's maybe the first thing you're going to do in the post-COVID-19 era?
Man, that's a great question. There's so many things I could think about right now. I would definitely say I'm a big family guy. And so for me, that's dear to my heart is my family. And so for me, I definitely would love to take my daughter to a basketball game. Me and her, before COVID happened, we would go, I live in Indiana, so we would go to Indiana Pacers games. And so that's one thing I would love to do. She's a huge basketball. She's 8 years old. She loves basketball. I played college basketball. My wife played college basketball. So we're big basketball people. And so for me, that's the first thing I want to do is be able to take her to a basketball game and to be able to just spend time with her. I'm doing it at home, but at the same time, she loves to go to sporting events. She loves to be able to be there with daddy. So that's my big thing is for that. But also too, just from the work side, just to see our work family. I mean, I think this has been really difficult. It's been a difficult year. We've all worked remote and virtually, and I think we've done a really good job at that from an organizational standpoint. But to be able to get our team together again and to be able to share our strategy together and to be able to work together again in one location, I'm really looking forward to. So
that's going to be awesome, man. I love it. Because, the basketball season's coming up too. It's like what, in a couple weeks. So, I'm excited. I'm actually I don't know what people are gonna think, but I'm a Golden State fan. I know how that goes. We're bad. We were bad last year. We're good. Hopefully we're better this year. But
Yes.
no, like, and that's awesome, Chad.
You got Steph Curry, so
That is true. We
yeah.
lost Clay, but hopefully we'll get there. But no, Chad, thank you so much again for joining the cast. It was so great to hear your insights and your thoughts into, what's going on with CareLinx and really what we're doing to combat healthcare. And, I'm really excited, to get you on here soon. We gotta make it happen.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys. Thanks for everyone for joining today. For me, I'm just thankful and honored to be working for such a great organization with great people. And if anyone, needs services, please come to CareLinx. Or if anyone wants to partner with us, please let me know. Give me a call. I'm on LinkedIn. Obviously, you can get a hold of our partnership page through our website. I'll be connecting with you guys. And, our end game here is to be able to serve as many vulnerable, high-risk seniors that we can, and to be able to take care of them. So thank you guys for having me today. Thank you, Jack, so much for having me on this webcast. I'm excited to obviously be on the next few as well. So just thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Chad. Hope you have a great weekend.
Thank you. Thanks, Jack.
Have a good one. Awesome. That was great. And, guys, thank you so much again for joining us today. It's been such a great ride working with CareLinx. And Chad and I discussed, really working with amazing people on a daily basis and seeing the impact of our work really make a profound positive impact in our society. So, really excited there, and really excited too to kind of get this webcast going. This is going to be an ongoing, positive, ongoing webcast series that we'd love for you to join. I would ask all you guys to subscribe to this channel. I'd ask you to, share with all your professional contacts, partners, families, whatever you think that would really gain a lot of insight here, who would like to join the cast. That is absolutely awesome. And be on the lookout too for some major announcements coming too. For the cast, we will be having a special guest on as well, discussing more in depth about some certain partnerships, as well as some certain testimonials going on. And so you guys will not want to miss it. But really excited and really thrilled to get this going. So excited to get you guys to come along the way with us, and we really cannot wait to have this take off. So on that note, I hope each and every one of you are staying safe, staying healthy, you and your friends, your family, and I'm really looking forward to sharing some more on this series, Connex with CareLinx, within the near future. Be on the lookout, tell everybody you know, and I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Thank you so much, and have a good one.